Cause I'm getting money. What up, my guys? Welcome to another show, man. It's NBA Talk with Jay. I'm your host, Jay Money is Money. We got our guy Skee Profit here with us from Wager Talk, as we do every Wednesday. I'm over at his house right now. He's what's up with you, Skee? Everything cool with you?
Yeah, everything good. I think last time I came on the show, I gave out 3 winners, and yesterday I had a 6-1 day. Really, this week has started off good. I think I've won 10 out of 13 bets in association. So try to keep that going. I do have a big play today, so we'll talk about all these games and just try to keep it going, man.
Let's get it. Let's get it going here, my guys. I got my outfit on today. I don't know if you guys can see the vibes of the shirt, but if you know, you know, my guy. Skee, have you ever saw this shirt before?
Nah, I don't know that
Okay.
one.
Yeah, no, this isn't one of my shirts. This is that's Jordan, Chicago Bulls. I got the pants to match. You see what I'm saying? But let's get down to business here, man. This isn't a wardrobe show here. Let's go here to the streets of Indiana here, man. We got the Pacers getting a point here at the house versus the Warriors. Skee. Warriors have been trash on the road. I faded them nice yesterday. That came through, but I wouldn't be surprised if they actually. We know that they're going to put emphasis on some of these road games, right? This is a revenge spot as well, where they just got insulted by this team. They set out like 3 starters, and still beat the Warriors as double-digit underdogs. Do you think the Warriors might feel some type of way about this one, Skee?
I do, because yes, they lost the last game to the Pacers. They've lost the last 2 games to the Pacers, but
Mm-hmm.
more than that, they're a team that's just barely 500 right now. And I get what they've only covered 3 road games, I think, so far this season. So you don't run to the window with them, but at some point, pride is going to kick in. And I'm looking at last 5 game stats. Obviously, majority of them favor this Warriors team. All of them really favor this Warriors team. Pacers were a team that, I mean, when you look at them, it says they've been good at the house. They're coming off that long road trip, though. That home stretch was a while ago. I'm not sure if they're still playing that same good basketball. So what I was thinking here, if I had to play, I would probably go Golden State early, just because, one, they're on a back-to-back, and 2, I
Mm-hmm.
know Pacers have been really poor in the first quarter. And the reason I'm kind of
Ass.
skeptical about the full game, just running some of these queries. So when you're a road favorite and you lost to the team the last 2 meetings and you lost your last game, that's usually a play on spot,
Mm-hmm.
63.6% against the spread. But if you're at the rest disadvantage, it drops all the way to 44.9. So it makes me nervous. And I guess I just end up with the lean on Golden State first quarter, or a Golden State team total first quarter, something like that.
Yeah, Pacers, they're 110-1 against the spread last 12 first quarters here. So, I mean, I couldn't talk you. I mean, this team has been horrible in the first quarter, Skee. The only first quarter that they did cover was versus the Warriors, though. But we know how their game was. It's probably the Warriors. It's crazy because these guys are so soft these days in the NBA, man.
Yeah.
They look on the other side. Oh, this game's going to be easy. Instead of you going out there and getting a win, an easy win, you could literally go out there and smack them up by 20 points and get the game over quick. Instead, they come out there lackluster, disrespecting the team. I just, like, me as a basketball player, I don't care who's out there, man. I'm trying to bust your ass, bro. I don't care if it could be some little kids out there. If they trying to play up against me,
Hey, little Mero, no, little Mero.
that's all right. I'm gonna see y'all the next meet and greet as well. And yeah, Lil Mero gonna have, yeah, he gonna have, yeah. We better not be playing games now, because it's gonna get ugly. But now for this one, I could only look at Warriors in the first quarter. I lean Warriors trifecta spot, to be honest with you. But the first quarter probably would be the biggest, would probably be the play here, with the Pacers just coming out lackluster every single game in the first quarter, and then they turn it on in the second quarter and try to cover the first half. We just kind of see them fizzle out, and they go through stretches where they don't play really strong defense as well. They try to beat you with their offense. If that happens tonight, the Warriors might smoke these guys here in this one. You saw the Heat; they brought the defense versus the Pacers. Pacers couldn't respond. So this one is one I can only look Warriors. I lean Warriors first quarter, and I lean their way full game as well. This team is trying to put emphasis on win games on the road trip, and I'm sure they don't want to start off this road trip 0-2 as well, guys. And a team that they just got disrespected by as well. Where they disrespected themselves. I heavily lean, nah, for real though. I heavily lean Warriors to win this game, and I might take them first quarter, guys. Nothing official, but I don't see why we shouldn't just fade the Pacers every game first quarter. It could be that simple. Let's go over here to the streets of Orlando here, Skee. You got the Magic getting 3 points at the house versus the Hawks. We need to see if Trae Young's going to play in this one, right? He was out last game here. Do you think he's going to play? You see something about him going shoot around, or anybody in the chat?
Well, if he was out last game, I would expect him to play in this one. That's just kind of the way I'm thinking about it, because it was just his shoulder was bothering him, right? And that's been an ongoing thing. The way I was thinking about this game was, I just feel like I feel a couple different ways. One, you can look at it as Orlando. They're not a good team. They're coming off a couple wins. They could be satisfied, not really, as motivated as an Atlanta team that's coming off of a loss and really needs to start picking up some wins, because they're expected to do a lot more than this Magic team. Magic 8-20, but they're expected to be sorry. Hawks made a trade. They're not supposed to be looking like this. So that holds me up to think, maybe we get a better showing from Atlanta, but they've been untrustworthy on the road the past 2 seasons. Orlando, they've done nothing but cash tickets as a home dog. I believe they're 10-3. And so if I have to play this one, I mean, obviously all last 5 games that's favored the Magic side. I would be grabbing the points with the home dog with the rest advantage. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking about the first half. I know the Hawks I have them as 4-10 in the first half against the spread on the road. But the Magic have kind of, earlier in the year, they were cashing these first halves, but they've kind of fallen off a little bit lately. And it's the second half margin where I'm seeing the advantage. So I just probably need a little bit more time on this game, but I'm likely to get there with the Magic full game.
Yeah, I couldn't talk you off. Magic won 3 straight, covered 4 straight. This is their 5th straight home game as well, so I'm definitely not betting against them. Maybe we should and they have 2 days off rest as well. Maybe we should normalize taking home dogs with the rest advantage. Like literally, just take that shit every time. I guarantee it's going to hit over a 65% rate here. I'm not betting on the Hawks here. They're only 1-4 against the spread. They're only 1-4 straight up last 5. 1-4 against the spread last 5. 4th game in 6 nights. Here on the road. This will be their 4th out of the 4th game. This will be their 4th road game out of the last 5 games here, guys. And they play Charlotte the next few days. I'm just off the Hawks right now. I think Nate McMillan, he's losing grip of the team there. Obviously got into it with Trae Young. They were banging heads. They were going back and forth with Collins. Now they've lost Murray. Trae's not even really hitting his shot right now, but I feel like if we like the Magic, you kind of wait till Trae Young is ruled in. If they sat out the last game, probably on the back-to-back was probably just rest, he'll probably get ruled in here. You might be able to get 5 points from the Magic here. So that's just the way I look at this one. If I'm liking Magic, I probably wait to get Trae in, but that's the only way I could look in this game. But a game that I did bet, I took Bulls -4. Let's go to the streets of Chicago here. I kind of have a Bulls outfit on, to be honest with you. I have cash with this shirt and pants on before, but regardless of that, Skee, I do think that Brunson may be out in this game. I never really make a play based on injuries, but I do think this line will move. And simply put, I think the Knicks were playing over their head. They had played 5 of their last 6 games at the house, Skee, and 8 of their last 9 games as well at the house. So you get an environmental shift here as well. This in Detroit, 7 of the last 9 games they've played on the road at the house. They played Detroit and Charlotte. This isn't those two. You see what I'm saying? You're going up against Levine and DeRozan, and I don't know who guards them on the Knicks over there, but I definitely think they may miss Brunson in this one. If he was in a walking boot the day before yesterday, I don't see how he could suit up and play this game, Skee. How you looking at this game?
Yeah, I'm with you, bro. We see the same shit. We seen that picture where 2 guys out of the 5, I think it was 5 guys had the boot on.
Yeah.
We know one of them is out, and the other one, well, you mentioned Brunson. Like, if he got the boot on at that time, how is he going to come out here and contribute effectively in this game? Even if he does play, I don't think he's going to be effective. So I do take that into consideration, and I think that's the reason, why this line is the way it is. When I was looking at it, first thing I said is Knicks have won 4 games in a row. They got a better win percentage than the Bulls, and they underdogs by 4 points.
Exactly.
And so after that, I got to dig in a little bit. And so I go on my SDQL, try to see if it's going to give me a little something. That situation right there says those teams are 64-104. That's 39% against the spread since 2014. That tells us to fade the Knicks tonight. And looking a little bit more at the Bulls, they have 11 wins on the season. All of them have come by 4+ points. it's the close games that they're struggling to win. When it's the one possession, they're really, really struggling. And also, Chicago's been playing some defense lately. Last 5 games, they're top 5 defensive rated team. And New York, I don't think they'll be able to take advantage of some of Chicago's weaknesses. Like, Chicago is not a good team defending the 3, but New York is dead last shooting it. And if you're missing your general, I mean, that offense is going to be ass tonight. So I'm with you. Give me the Bulls minus the 4.
Bulls in this one, man. I need them, man. I need them. And I took them first half as well, minus the 2, 2.5 at some spots. I still like it. I need the Bulls in this one, guys. First half in full game. Those are my 2 plays for today. I think it's super fishy. The Knicks won 4 straight games. They're sitting at 14-13, over 500, and they're 4-point underdogs versus 11-15 team in this one, guys. Give me the Bulls in this one. First half minus 2, like 2.5 as well. First full game as well, minus the 4. We're rocking with them Bulls today. See what I'm saying? Let's get this cash, my guys.
Hey, real quick, Jay.
Go ahead.
I just have to say it. I was watching the game the other day, and I just had like the sudden urge to howl. I was like, "Ooh,
yes, sir, yes, sir." Man, I might need to howl tonight. You talking about versus the Jazz, right? Yeah, versus the Jazz. Yes, sir. We cashed that one, my guy. Yes, sir. We're gonna get to it because I want to howl today, bro. I feel a fucking howl inside of me that wants to come out. You dig what I'm saying? It wants to come out. Let's go. Come on, man. Let's get there. Let's go over here to the streets of OKC real quick, man. We got the Thunder getting 2.5 points at the house versus the Heat here, Skee. Bam Adebayo's prop is at 22.5 points, 10.5 rebounds as well. Why don't we take some points and rebounds for Bam Adebayo? I see him. He should eat on the boards. He should get whatever he wants in the paint versus Pokashevsky over there. What you think, Skee?
Yeah, little Pokasevsky probably not going to be able to hold up versus.
Bro, he actually 7 foot. He's actually 7 foot. He's just like
110 pounds. So you can be 7 feet all you want. You're going to get pushed around if you only weigh a buck. So I got to see the current total. I'm looking down there in the bottom is 224. Mm-hmm. So I played this one under, and number I got was 227. The fair number I make for the game is about 223. And reasons I was liking it is to start Miami last 5 games, they're playing at the slowest pace in the league. They're the second worst offensive rated team, and they're a top 10 defensive rated team in that same span. You got both teams, bottom 10 shooting the 3 on the season. And I've been paying attention to this, man, especially when you're looking at these road teams this year. And it makes sense the way the NBA, the NBA is constantly changing, Jay, you know this. But how you say about everybody don't care and people taking days off and stuff like this, road teams on the front end of a back-to-back, so far this season, they're 56-29-1 to the under. That's 65.9%. You're going to get some guys rolled out. You're going to get some minutes being saved in that game. And you might get some guys who just flat out don't care. So I like that. On the flip side, I'm sure you probably looked at this. You got a little bit of a flat spot for OKC. First came back at home after a road trip. Maybe that offense comes out looking like the Lakers in the beginning of the game yesterday because they were in a flat spot too. Right. And then just the last times these teams been playing, bro, 3 of the last 4, like Miami know how to defend OKC. They've held them under 95 points. And I'm looking at Miami. Jimmy's not going to be playing tonight. 8 of the last 9 games without Jimmy, they've stayed well under. And again, I capped it. I haven't went to sleep. I've been up since yesterday. So the number was 227. 8 of the 9 games without Jimmy, they've stayed under the 227. So all of this just spelled under to me, and I would play it until 223.
That's a good point. You made some good points there. And it's like it's going down to 223 now. This under has been smashed here. You know what was a trend last year? You couldn't spell thunder without the under. I know they were going crazy. I know they were going crazy on them under plays last year as well. So I'll be honest, man, the Heat are also putting emphasis on winning road games. This is a big road trip for them. I'm pretty sure they're looking at all 4 of these games like they're winnable games. That's probably why Jimmy sat out like, look, guys, these guys don't have any inside presence. You should still be able to beat this team without me here. Obviously, they play the Rockets tomorrow. You could argue the Rockets may be even a little bit more of a harder game the way that they're playing right now at the house. Thunder coming back at the house out of 5 straight road games, right, Skee? But Regards to that,
Yep.
could be a flat spot for the Thunder here, especially early as well. Like I say, the Heat are putting emphasis on these games, guys. So I know like a lot of people on the OKC Thunder here. They're home dog, and they do well as home dogs as well. And they kind of go under the radar, but I don't think that the Heat necessarily are taking them lightly in this game. They know that they need to stack up wins. They're sitting at only 13 and 15 so far in the season, 4-9 on the road. It's kind of the same thing with the Warriors. This team is good. They're just playing lackluster right now on the road, not playing their best basketball. When you do get them looking at these games, taking them serious, I'm not going against them. So I'd actually lean Heat here, minus 2.5. And I'd lean Bam Adebayo points and rebounds over 33.5 in this one, guys. He might go for 30 points alone. He might have 30 points and 15 rebounds in this game. I'd look at Bam Adebayo. I don't play a lot of props because I hate the juice, but Bam Adebayo points and rebounds, in my opinion, should get there over 33.5. But I definitely lean Heat in this one, my guys. Maybe early and often Skee in that one. That's the only way I could look. Let's head up here to the streets of San Antonio. We have the Spurs getting 7.5 points at the house, Skee, versus the Blazers in this one. People don't really paying attention, but the Spurs are actually playing a lot better right now. I know I'm not laying the points with the Blazers here, Skee. What do you think?
Yeah, I think for this one is Blazers have been playing good basketball. I've been liking what I'm seeing, but I don't feel like they've I don't feel like they deserve to be laying 7 points. I just don't think that's the kind of team the Blazers are. Like, you got to be playing a little bit better defense than I think they are. And Spurs, they have been kind of terrible for a while, but they've gotten a little bit better. Just a little bit. They're not getting blown out by 20 every night no more. They're losing a little bit closer. So
they care right now.
Yeah. I don't feel comfortable laying with Portland is what I'm trying to say. I think if I was playing this game, I would just pick a player. You have Spurs, I think they're third worst defending the guard position. You have the Spurs team also 30th, which is worse than the league defending the three. I mean, I think you look at Lillard or Simons. I know Simons, his point prop is a little bit, of a favorable number, however you want to call it, is 21.5. He's gone over that 68% so far this season, compared to Dame at 27.5, who he's hit it 3 of his last 4 games, but he's only hitting it at 46.7% so far this season. So for that reason, if I have to make a play, I'll probably roll with Simons over the 21.5 points tonight.
Okay, that's a good look. Yeah, Dame and Simons, that's where most of the points are coming from here. Yeah, my problem with the Blazers are they've won 4 of the last 5 and covered 5 straight, but they're coming off 4 straight home games. Remember, that's where the Blazers really turn up. And I'm not saying they can't do it on the road, but I do sense something from the Spurs that they're actually Pop has came back from his little surgery, whatever he had. He was out for like 3 games. When he came back, they started practicing serious. They got like 3 players back as well: Richardson, Langford, and McDermott off the bench. And I just sensed something. It's like now they started to play better. And I said, you know what? The Spurs might go on a streak here. Since that Rockets game and they covered, this team has won 3 straight and covered 3 straight as well. Obviously, I mean, if you won 3 straight, they're dogs every game. I mean, they covered at 1 straight up as 9.5-point underdogs versus the Cavs, and 12.5-point underdogs versus the Heat as well. And you could argue that Cavs win was a good win. They basically led that game from start to finish. So me personally, I'm not betting against the Spurs right now. I actually want to find spots to back them. I kind of want to take them plus 7.5, but obviously Blazers been playing a lot better basketball. I'm off of it, but I'd lean Spurs plus 7.5. That's the only way I could play this game. Next game up here. Let's go to the streets of Dallas here, Skee. We got the Mavs laying 2 points. Mavs versus the Cavs. It's a tough game for me. I can literally see this game going either way. Mavs coming off poor effort. Cavs coming off poor effort. I don't know what to do in this game, Skee. How you looking at this one?
Well, I didn't love this game too much either. I would say with a competitive point spread like that, it's tough. The first thing that pops in my mind is I know how bad the Cavs have been on the road, and the Mavs, they haven't been covering, but they've been winning at home. And with this short point spread, you're only really asking them to win. So that makes me want to try to find reasons to back the Mavs. Last 5 game stats, though, they're more so favoring the Cavaliers. It's just that their offense has been ass. So it's tough for me to play this game. I think I would prefer props here too, and I would look towards the advantage for the Cavs, which I think is the big man. It would either be Mobley or Allen. Mobley, his rebound prop tonight is 8.5. He's cleared that 11 of his last 14 games. and Dallas the last 5 games is a bottom 10 rebounding team. And in the same, we have Jared Allen at 9.5 rebounds, and he's hit that, I think, 62% on the season. So one of those two guys, maybe even look for a double prop or something like that. But Mobley or Allen, and if you have to play one of the guards, I think Mitchell has been more consistent this year, going over his 25.5 points, somewhere in the 70% range, hitting it this season. So one of those guys I probably would just play on the props. And obviously, if you like Dallas, you know who to bet on.
Simple.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, one-man show over there, man. But yeah, I must say, Tim Hardaway Jr., I don't know the exact stats, but I know he's been hitting them threes as well. I know it should be somewhere at 2.5. Might want to look at that. He's out there for 3, and he's out there to shoot threes, guys, basically. But Wham, my guy Wham in the chat saying I like Evan Mobley over 14.5 points as well. They could hit. That's a nice look there. But yeah, the Cavs have the advantage with Mobley and Allen. They haven't been playing well on the road. I don't know what to do with this game. I'm not finna waste your time. Let's get over here to another game here, Skee. Which I know I saw you tweet out. You was like that you liked the game tonight. Is this the one or what? There's a nice spot for tomorrow. Is this the one? I want to take Wolves here, man. I know they coming off getting smacked up twice versus the Blazers and Elwin, but this team has been playing better basketball. I need to see what's up with Russell if he even went through shoot around. I think he banged knees last game. He said that he knew it was going to be sore. But they need him as well. They're going to need everything. They did kick the Clippers out of the play-in tournament, but they don't have Beverly anymore. How you looking at this game? And the Clippers are resting John Wall in the first game of back-to-back as well. They have the Suns tomorrow. Is this one of those spots where a team with a back-to-back that you possibly looking to fade here?
Well, I've been interested to talk to you about this game because I know we've been capping long enough, and I know you're a really good handicapper on the Timberwolves, and Timberwolves are a team that gets me usually. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I'm a Teddy you this time.
I hate this shit. I can't stand this shit, bro. No one needs to play devil advocate. I think every time I hear that shit, I just kind of crumple up inside. Like, I don't want to fucking hear this shit. All right, go ahead, Skee.
I just want to ask, man. All right, so they don't got Beverly, but I mean, this is still the team that sent them home last year, right? It's a team that ended their season, and not only ended their season, them boys were celebrating like they won the championship. They were jumping on top of tables, screaming, and it wasn't just Beverly. It was Anthony Edwards. Some of these other guys too. And then to answer your question, as far as the Clippers have a game tomorrow, I mean, which game do you think they care more about? The team who ended their season or the team who is looking like the softest team in the league who can't beat anybody right now in the Suns? I think they care more about this game.
They still lost to the Suns here recently, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so they lost to the Suns by 17 in the second game of the season. So they do have so you have some playoff revenge in theory. I'll tell you, Skee, to answer your question, I like playoff revenge more when it's a whole series. Now, obviously, the Clippers, you probably shouldn't even been in the play-in tournament. See what I'm saying? So the fact that you was even there, your ass didn't deserve to be in the playoffs anyway. So I like it more when it's like a full 7-game series or you got swept. But it is, in theory, playoff revenge when you got kicked out of the play-in tournament. But you could also argue that maybe the Wolves just match up well with them.
And I'm going to make you feel that way inside that you don't like again. But Garland, he was the other one when they played the Hawks. You remember that game? That was the revenge game from the play-in tournament for Cavs.
Yeah, it was.
And before the game, they kept asking the players, "Does this game mean anything to y'all?" They're like, "No, it don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing." And then after they won, he's like, "Yeah, it was another game, but we did put a lot more attention into this one right here." So teams remember, when their season is ended. So that's all I'm gonna say. What I think about this game is when I'm watching that last Clippers game, you got Kawhi going over to Kawhi finally getting his little rhythm. First time I saw Analytics Capper tweeted, first time he scored 20 points in like 500 days. So if he can keep that going, and you got Paul George off a minutes restriction, I saw Kawhi come to the bench over there and heard him, and Ty Lue even mentioned it, that he's just telling everybody, "Come on, man, let's play faster, let's play with some pace." And maybe that's what's helping them get in his rhythm. So if you got a Clippers team who's going to pick up the pace versus a Wolves team who's already number one in pace the last 5 games, Wolves team who's not playing a whole hell of a lot of defense, I think the over is in play in this game.
Yeah, I couldn't talk you off. This is what I don't like here. They're coming off a game where they got whatever they wanted inside the paint, right? Skee, did you watch that game versus the Clippers versus Celtics?
Mm-hmm.
You got Blake Griffin down low. I didn't watch the game. I'll be honest with you, but you got Blake Griffin down low. Some of these times, I don't have to watch the game. I know what the fuck's gonna happen. You see what I'm saying? You got Griffin starting. You can get whatever you want in the paint. He's not a center. He's not even really a power forward, to be honest with you. He's not a starting player, the NBA player in 2022. So you go from getting whatever you want in the paint to now have to dealing with Gobert. So unless Gobert gets in foul trouble, damn near everything in the paint is gonna be tough as long as Gobert in there. You see what I'm saying, right, Skee? So you're going from not having a center to going up against one of the toughest centers to go to in the league. See what I'm saying? And coaching wise, well, maybe Finch just has some against Clippers. Maybe they match up well versus Clippers team. So this is why I don't like the Clippers here tonight. You get the second game, so they had played 6 of their last 7 games on the road. Then they come home, beat the Celtics. Now we see the Celtics didn't look the same on this West Coast, right? What can happen sometimes? Sometimes you can turn up there for that first home game. The second home game can be the letdown spot, in my opinion. So I don't have playing this game. I know my guy knows a guy likes Timberwolves plus 6.5. I like it too. It's just once I saw Russell pop on the injury report, I'm like, all right, I'm not fucking with
That's
this
what
game.
I was gonna ask you.
I need, and I'll tell you another thing, Skee. I wouldn't like the over if Russell's not in there.
Yeah,
They don't have Jordan McLaughlin as well coming off the bench. So really, if Russell's out,
points?
The Wolves don't really have a point guard. I don't want to see Austin Rivers run the point guard, and I like Anthony Edwards, but I don't really want to see him run the point guard for the full game as well. See what I'm saying? They need Russell out there if they want a chance to win this, to win or cover this game. You make some good points. Clippers are playing a lot better after being so lackluster. They are due to come up and stack some wins. I am worried about them winning by margin though. In this game, second home game coming off their road trip as well, right? You turn up versus the Celtics. Now you go against the Wolves. I know you want to turn up as well, but still first game back-to-back, Skee. Something to keep note of when they rest John Wall in the first game back-to-back. Usually it kind of shows that, I'm not going to say they care about the next game more, but obviously they're resting one of their guards the day before. They're kind of pick and choosing which game they want them for. It kind of shows me which one you care more about. But Kawhi is playing this time around and probably not going to play tomorrow.
So, they said he's not playing tomorrow.
Yeah, that's a good point. I still, even with all this said, me personally, I still lean Wolves plus 6.5, but I could only possibly even look towards taking it if Russell is in there. It's the only thing that I could look at, Skee. But
he has a knee contusion. That's similar to the Brunson. Brunson got a foot contusion, right?
Brunson actually has something going on with his foot. He was actually banged up. I saw him go back to the locker room like 2 games before. I actually think Brunson might be out for like a week or something, just to let him heal. Russell just kind of banged knees with somebody. He said it's going to be sore, but knee is not something you want to mess with, Skee. It's a tough game for me, but I got a sneaky feeling that the Wolves could keep this one between like 4 and 5 points. They'll probably still lose the game, but keep it like literally go down to the wire. This could be a playoff type of game, in my opinion, and I'm not sure that Kawhi is fully back. I think the Celtics were just kind of sleepy, man. It was a bad game for them last game, man. So let's see what happens here, Skee. You got anything else on this one before we talk about some shirts?
If Russell doesn't play, life is extremely hard. I mean, you got two really great wing defenders to solely focus on Anthony Edwards. I get you have a little bit of paint protection for Rudy Gobert, but it's hard to see where the offense will come from.
No, it's a good point. It's a good point there, man. I'll watch that game. I'll see what happens, man, man, it'd be nice if Russell wasn't on the injury report at all. I probably would have already been on Wolves, man.
It'll make the game different.
It's a lot different, bro. You can argue he's one of their most important players, and he started to get hot as well shooting. So, but let's see what happens. Let's talk about some shirts real quick, guys. If you would like to get a shirt, I say you don't have to, but if you would like to get 50% off some shirts, I couldn't talk you off. It's the perfect time as well. Basically running a Christmas special here. 50% off shirts. Use promo code XMAS, XMAS, at jmoneyismoney.com, or you could just shoot me a DM if the website is not working or acting up or something. Just shoot me a DM, say, hey, look, I want 50% off the shirts. Also, if you get 2 or more shirts, you get a free pair of shades as well. I've had people, Skee, saying, I want you to sign the shirt or the shades. If you like me to, I don't mind, man. I'll put the J Money stamp on there. You dig what I'm saying? We will win. These are the good look shirts, man. You put them on and let's cash. Jay and Shark, Smack City, Us Against the Bookies, and let's get some cash, my guys. That's what we're trying to do here today. Get some cash. Go hit the site, 50% off. Use promo code XMAS, jmoneyismoney.com here, Skee. as I say, like the shirt says, let's get some cash here. What you liking on tonight's card, Skee? Let us know.
Yeah, I'm gonna just say I gotta let y'all know I got a big play tonight, and if you want to be involved, my last big play on Monday won by 25 points. And this so far this week, I've won 10 out of 13 bets. So it's up and available at wagertalk.com. And for the show, it's easy today, bro. It's easy. I got to ride with you for the free play. Okay. And we're going to go to Chicago. You got the fit on. We seen the picture. We know Brunson not playing, man. You got to take the Bulls minus the 4. I think that's good money tonight. So go ahead and eat with the Chicago Bulls.
Man, I sure need it. You see what I'm saying? I'm sure trying to cash it. You dig what I'm saying? I'm sure trying to cash it, man. But we need the Bulls tonight. I'm on them first half -2. I still like the 2.5 if you have to take that as well. There are definitely 2s out there in the market though, and I also like Bulls full game as well -4. The only 2 official picks for me today. Honorable mentions would be, like I said, if I had some other plays, I'd definitely be looking at Warriors in the first quarter and the full game. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see the Warriors cash a trifecta spot. Also, I would lean towards I'd lean Heat early and full game as well. Also, even more lean would be Bam Adebayo over points and rebounds, and knowing sitting at 33.5. I definitely see him getting there tonight, and I'd slightly lean towards the Wolves and Nelwyn. I obviously need Russell and Nelwyn, but a couple games that we didn't talk about would like to lean towards the Nuggets. The Wizards are ass right now. It's just too many points for me to lay with the Nuggets. Would like to lean towards the Raptors as well. Back-to-back 3rd and 4 and 4th and 6 for the Kings, all on the East Coast as well. And Raptors play a lot better at the house. Would like to lean Magic as well. Need to see what's up with Trae Young and that one, my guys. And LaMelo Ball may be coming back for the Hornets today, guys. Keep an eye on that one. We love to do this show for you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe, retweet, all that good stuff if you can, man. Go follow us on Twitter. It's Us Against the Bookies, as always, guys. We're trying to get some cash for ourselves and for you guys. We will win, my guys. We out. 50% off shirts until Christmas. Use promo code X. We out. Let's get this cash.